Jai Hind everyone, welcome to my channel Preeni Teach. Today I am here with my new video of class 8, chapter 1 Resources of Geography. But before starting the video, I request you all to watch the video till end, like, subscribe. So let's start. Dear children, if you see in your house, you will find so many things like clothes, utensils, your grains, furnitures, combs, bottle, books, so many things. And these things are very, very important to them. Why? Because they are satisfying your need. And the things which satisfy your needs are known as resources. When any object or anything that have a usability, that means they have some utility for you, they become a part of resource. Every resource is valuable in their own sense. Now, what is value? Value means worth. The importance of the resource is lies in its economical value. For example, metals have an economical value, but a beautiful landscape is also having a value. But if you compare them, metals are having much more economical value than a beautiful landscapes. But both of them, they are important. They are satisfying the human needs. Some of the resources, they changes their value, their economical value with the time. For example, if you see the home remedies which your grandmother, your mother, they are giving you, they don't have any commercial value until and unless they are patented by and sold by any of the medical firm. And when they are patented there and when they are sold in the medical firm, will have some economical value. Now, there are two factors that makes any sources, any substance into a resource. And these two things are time and technology. We people, we are also a resource. Why? Because we have our own ideas, we have knowledge, we have done so many inventions, discoveries, and all these inventions and the discoveries, they have led to create many other more resources. The discovery of the fire, the discovery of the wheel, they have these discoveries are only made by the human resource. Before the discovery of the fire, the cooking practice was not known to anyone. But after the discovery of the fire, now we all are adopting so many cooking ways, like baking, we are frying, so many things. And the same way, the discovery of the invention of wheel resulted in the development of new modes of the transport. Om Namah Shivaya. The resources are generally classified into three things: natural resource, human made resource, and human resource. Now let's discuss all these resources one by one. Take the first resource, that is the natural resource. Natural means the resources which are drawn from the nature. That means the nature have given us. So this type of the resources are known as natural resources, like the air, water, lakes, soil, minerals, everything, they comes under the natural resources. These resources are the free gift which was given by nature to us, and we can use them directly without any much modifications. So these type of resources are known as natural resources. Now natural resources are also again redivided into two forms. The first one is renewable resource and the second one is non-renewable resource. Now renewable natural resources, that means these are the natural resources, those which we get renewed and replenished quickly. Some of them, they are unlimited and they are not even affected by the human activity. But if you use it carelessly, like the water, soil, and the forest, then it can affect their stocks. Water is a renewable resource, but if we are using it unlimitedly without any care, then what will happen? We will have the shortage of water. The natural resources will dry up, and this water problem is now became a major problem in many part of the world. Now move on to the next type of resources, the non-renewable natural resources. Non-renewable natural resources are those resources which have a limited stock. The God has given them a very limited stock of that resources. And once the stocks are exhausted, it takes thousands of years for them to get renewed again. For example, petroleum, coal, and natural gases. Now the question arises how these two natural resources, that is, the renewable natural resource and non-renewable natural resources, how they are distributed among several parts of the world. So this distribution of the resources, it is it depends upon the number of the physical factors like the terrain, climate, and altitude. And this distribution is not equal, it is unequal. And why it is unequal? Because these factors, they differ so much over the earth. You can find so many things. These resources, in some area you will find more of them, but in the other area you will get less resource. Now let's move on to the second type of resource, which is known as human made resource. Sometime what happen? The natural substances, they become resource only when their original forms has been changed. For example, everyone nowadays, we know that iron ore is a resource. But in the earlier years, when the people, they didn't know how to extract iron from the ore, it was only a natural resource. It was a natural things. But after the learning the ways to extract iron from the iron ore, people made this natural thing as a resource. These natural resources are useful in the various ways. Now, if you take the example of the iron, we all are using this natural resource to make our building, bridges, road, machineries, and vehicle. And even how we made it? By using a technology. And this technology is also a human made resource. We are using this iron ore in making so many things. Let's move on to the last type of resource, that is human resource. We people, we have gained skills, knowledge, the technical advancement. And how we did this? We used technology to make the special resource. That is why humans are the special resource. And this is the reason why humans are considered as a significant resources. And we call them human resources. And how we made this ourselves, how we transformed ourselves into a valuable resources with the help of education and health. The improvement of these different skills in order to create some more resource is known as human resource development. Now we have understood about all the resources, and we know that some of the resources, they are natural, some are god gifted, or some are we made it. But it is there that we have to conserve it. Now, using the natural resources, all these resources, natural, man made, human resources, if we use them carefully and give them time to get renewed, so this process is known as resource conservation. Conserving the resources for future uses and balancing human need at the same time. So, this thing is known as sustainable development. Each person, we can contribute by reducing consumption. We can Each person can contribute by reducing consumption, recycling, and reusing the things, the goods. Ultimately, it makes a difference because all our lives are linked with each other. The future of the Mother Earth or our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provided. And how can we do it? We can. How we do? We have to ensure that the renewable resources are used in a sustainable manner. Diversity of life on the earth should be conserved. The damage to the natural environment should be minimized, or it should be very, very minimal. Here are some easiest way how we can conserve these natural resources, these resources. We can make shopping bag with old newspaper or discarded clothes instead of throwing them in a garbage. We can make basket with the bamboo sticks. Whenever we are not using electricity, we should switch off. Prevent wastage of water by checking leakage and closing tap when not in use. We should reuse water for washing and watering plants. Now, there are some principles of sustainable development. They are respect and care for all forms of life. We should respect and care for all forms of life. We have to improve the quality of human life. We have to conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. We have to minimize the depletion of natural resources. We have to change our personal attitude, practices towards the environment. We should develop the love for the nature. We have to enable communities to care for their own environment. And if we do this, a day will come, our earth will be full of resources. With this, we have completed the chapter. Thank you for watching the video.